Hello everybody, we are back here with episode 3 of the new account playthrough, helping you through the leveling process and everything you need to know about progressing in the Angler. This game has been a really big hit we've noticed on the release of the console version of the game, and it's so good to see all the brand new players playing this game and enjoying it, and I figured that this type of playthrough would really help you guys out, so that's why we ended up doing it. And we're already on episode 3, and it's time to start Taylor's Tackle Advanced Class. Now, these are going to take a little bit longer to complete than the previous Taylor's Tackle Academy. So let's go ahead and start doing it. Welcome to the third class of Taylor's Tackle Academy. In this class, we will explain the basics of spin fishing, talk about lures and lure retrieval, and explain fish ranks. At the end of the last challenge, you received a spinner with a hook size of 7. Equip this using the quick menu or rod builder. This class uses a spinner to catch trout. Now, I noticed a lot of comments throughout the last week or so saying that a lot of you were having trouble getting this particular one to work. Catching a fish on the spinner, getting it to show that you're even using a spinner. So the first thing you got to do, this is not going to allow you to put a spinner on it. You need to click this right here, Lure Spinning Fishing, or Lure Spinning Rig. Then you click this, the Maiden, you want the Tyro, you want the 4-pound fluorocarbon, and the size 7 spinner. Now, it won't immediately complete it. You will have to take the rod out, and now it has completed that. Now we got to go to the marked location, which is quite a drive. In fact, where even is it on the map? It's a long ways. That's all I know. Oh, well, that would make sense. It's where everybody else is. I'm assuming they're completing it as well. So what we're going to do is go right over here. This is where you can get the vehicles. They are free to get. They come with the game, so do not hesitate to use them when you got to travel a long distance. Now, one thing to take note of as you're driving over to this is you want to be stopping by anything that could potentially be some type of outpost or a fast travel location or anything that you can unlock, because you'll be getting XP. You'll also be unlocking places that you can fast travel to. So, for example, there are some fast travel locations like right over here. I believe there's some over here as well. We're going to stop at those along the way so that not only are we progressing through the Taylor's Tackle Academy, but we're also going to be unlocking some of the maps so we can travel to different places faster. Like right here, we just unlocked a new vista, and I heard one of the Warden favor things. There it is. Always pay attention to this sound right here, because that means you're close to one of the items that you need to grab for the Warden. There we go. We just hit level 5 as well, so we unlocked the ability to purchase some of the different lures from the shop, which is really awesome. Already hitting level 5, and we're not even through the Taylor's Tackle Academy yet. There we go. There is another one. Gonna stop by and grab this. Tourist attraction, petrified trees. That was 20 XP. You definitely want to grab all of those because it adds up over time. And we see over there is a lookout tower, so we're going to go over there next, as the lookout towers will reveal some other points of interest in the area that you can go to. And it can help you find some that you may not have known were there. And there is a fast travel location right next to the lookout tower as well. We got that on our way here. It's always good to check around any building that you find, because it's likely there will be some of these collectibles. And again, those give XP as well, so it's great to grab them. And there we go. We have located the new lookout tower, so that's going to give us a little XP. And then once we go to the top, we can actually survey the area. And that's what will reveal some of the surrounding points of interest. It sounds like we've also got a coin right here to grab, so another 10 XP. Let's go ahead and survey the area. New locations added to the world map. So you see there's the question marks. Those are the locations it is added. So that kind of reveals, before you get to them, some different areas that you can go to unlock fast travel locations or outposts, etc. And then they will appear on your map just like this, and you can track them if you'd like to go over to them. Something else I forgot to mention is you actually don't have to exit the vehicle to grab these. You just got to get close to them. And then it will unlock, or not unlock, but it will report it for you without having to exit the vehicle. So that can be really nice. We're just going to go ahead and drive by here to unlock this fast travel, which is right here. And we got another one right here. Let's report that. Invasive plant orange hawkweed. There's another one along the road. Let's go ahead and grab that. All these will be along the road, so it'll be very easy for you guys to find them. Just pay attention to that sound that I told you guys to listen for, and you should be finding lots of these along the way. Right, here's another fast travel location. This one being at the opposite side of the lake from where we're heading to for this mission. And of course, got to stop by here and grab this little collectible and be on our way. And I think what we're actually going to do, because this will probably be faster, is we're just going to jump in the boat from here. If you guys go on these big docks like this that have this little overhang, this is going to be where you get your boats. You should have at least one of them available for free, and then you can purchase more cosmetics for the boats as you earn money and want to spend it on things. So now we're just going to drive the boat over to the marker right there, and along the way, we'll grab this buoy because this is another one of the warden favors that you can complete. These buoys are all over the map, and it's the same thing as everything else we've reported. Just go up and report it. And also, it's the same with these weeds right here. Let's report that. The water hyacinth. Now, something to note is you do not want to drive over the area that you're going to be fishing. When you get to the area you're going to fish, you either want to kind of loop around it a bit or just go very, very slow and feather it towards that location, because you will end up spooking the fish with the boat. And it's the same with if you just sprint up to the bank. Any fish that are close to the bank will likely spook as well. That's something to keep note of. However, something else that's interesting is other players cannot spook your fish because your fish population is a client-side thing, so it's only for you. Everybody's got a separate fish population, which makes it so that you can't be spooking each other's fish, which is really nice. As opposed to float fishing, spin fishing is more active and requires a lure to move through the water in order to entice fish to bite. This is done by performing a retrieval technique. Each lure has a list of compatible techniques such as the constant technique, which is effective for spinners. This is a simple technique that requires reeling in the lure at a constant speed. While reeling in the lure, the speed of the retrieval can be varied as seen in the bottom left of the screen. Some fish may prefer the faster speeds, while others might be slow swimmers and only catch up with a slower speed. So now all we're going to do is equip that spinning setup we got. Let's check the time. It's 18:27, so it might be tough to catch a trout right now. 19 to 6 is going to be the window for nighttime, and the trout don't really bite at night that often, so we may be in trouble there. We may have to wait until it's daytime to complete this, and if that's the case, well, I'm just going to have to tough it out and wait it out. I mean, it'll be edited out for you, the waiting period, but might be a bit before I'll be able to complete this. So for this, you just want to cast out and reel in straight. You don't got to do anything aside from that. You can select the speed you want. I'm going to go with a speed 2, I think. That's probably going to be best because this is a lower gear ratio reel, so it doesn't reel very quickly. So we do want to go to probably a size 2. Hopefully that'll attract some fish. If not, we're probably going to have to wait till the morning. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got a fish. It's going for it. And fish on. It's pulling out a little bit of line that's increased. Oop, nope. Don't increase. Decrease. We're just going to have to let this one fight. It shouldn't take too long before it's tired out. It is probably just a rainbow trout that's only a couple of pounds. But because we're using such light gear, we do got to be careful here. Let's just pump the rod, but not let it get in the red too often. You don't want to let it sit in that dark red for too long, or else your line will break. Oh. Yeah, like right here, we got to be really careful. Here we go. That looks like an orid trout. So it's not a rainbow. That's actually an orid trout, which is nice. I like the orids a lot. There we go. We got it. Wow, that's actually a really good fish for the size of tackle that we have. That is actually really good. I'm pretty sure we may have just leveled up as well. I'm seeing unlocks happening in the left. Also, if you guys hear that beeping or that like a weird sound that's popping up sometimes, that's the achievement thing for Steam. I forgot to shut it off. I keep forgetting to do that. I need to before the next episode, so I'll probably try to turn that off if I remember. But that's a really good orid trout to get on this setup. And there we go. Fish ranks categorize the various weight ranges of a species. The ranks from small to large are as follows: juvenile, bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and legendary. The most common fish you will find are bronze rank. Everything with a gold rank or higher is considered a trophy fish, a term expanded upon in the next class. As opposed to float fishing, spin fishing is more active and requires a lure to move through the water in order to entice fish to bite. This is done by performing a retrieval technique. Each lure has a list of compatible techniques, such as the constant technique, which is effective for spinners. This is a simple technique that requires reeling in the lure at a constant speed. So there we go. Now we got to catch a silver rank brook trout. Use the spinner with a hook size 7 to catch a fish. This is another one I see a lot of people struggling with. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a really good brook trout spot. Actually, I just noticed we can't go anywhere else. We have to catch it here. So, yeah. I guess we're not going to go to the really good brook trout spot because it wants us to do it right here. So, I guess we'll just cast out until we catch a brook trout. In a lot of cases, you will find more fish near stuff like the lily pads or just any type of cover in the water. That is something to keep an eye out for because fish do like cover. They like to be protected. So you are going to notice a lot of fish will be around the cover. And there we go. Level 6. Just from grabbing that little souvenir right off the top of this little building here. It is about to be nighttime. It's 18:52, so I think I am going to have to wait it out and catch the brook trout at another time. So obviously, you guys won't notice any difference. We're just going to cut right to it. So a trick that you can do if you want to get back to daytime whenever it's nighttime is just go into the options from the main menu and go to multiplayer and just turn off multiplayer. And then go back in and play, and it should start your game at noon. So that'll be much better if you're doing like missions like this. And there we go, it's daytime. So yeah, that's a way that you can kind of get through the night if you prefer to speed through and get back to the daytime when you can complete a mission like this. Because brook trout, they're not going to be biting at night really, so in certain scenarios, you may need to go back to day, and I know a lot of you probably don't want to have to wait the like 30 or 40 minutes or however long it takes to get through the nighttime on a server. So that is one workaround since there is no option to change time in a server. The only way you can really get back to daytime is go to single player or try to find a different server and just hope you get lucky, which that can sometimes take a long time as the game does select the lowest ping server to use, so a lot of times you'll end up just going into the same server. So this is a little bit of a workaround for that if you want to go back to the daytime. Just be sure to turn multiplayer back on once you are done doing whatever mission it is that requires the daytime, because you do miss out on a lot of things if you're playing offline. You miss out on stuff like legendaries and things like that, and you know they're pretty vital parts of the game if you want to get those legendary tokens and buy that better tackle. Well, we've got a fish going for it. The question is this another orid, or will this actually be a brook trout? Got a feeling that it's gonna be another orid. But maybe if we're lucky, we'll end up getting a brook trout. Actually, oh my gosh, it's a brook trout. I think that's actually a brook trout. Is that? It is. Let's go. That's actually surprisingly quick that we completed that with literally our first fish after the mission started. I know a lot of people that have struggled with this mission and gone like an hour without getting a brook trout. I wonder if that was because they were trying to fish at night. It's hard to say, but either way, we got that on our very first fish after getting back to the daytime. And there we go. This class has covered spin fishing, lures, retrieval techniques, and fish ranks. The next class will expand on all these subjects. It will unlock upon completion of the next challenge. There we go. So the advanced class has been completed. Now we got to go to the advanced challenge. We got some XP and money. Catch 3 silver rank fish of any species. Okay, that's decently easy. That's not going to take us too long to do. In fact, I may just continue fishing right here. And there we go. We got a fish on. Let's get this little guy reeled in. This looks to be a very small fish. The question is, what type of fish is it? Because that may determine whether or not it's a silver. And it's a bronze orid trout, so that's definitely not going to help us out. There we go. Okay, that's a big fish. That might be our first rainbow trout. I think that guy's going to pull line out like crazy. I think we're going to be in for quite a long fight here. If that's an orid trout, that's a really big one. If that's a rainbow trout, it's a average sized one, so we'll see which one it is. I'd say it's safe to say this fish is probably going to be at least a silver. I couldn't see this being a bronze. This is very likely going to be a silver, potentially even a gold rank fish. We're about to find out soon. We got it down to 30 feet. That's an orange trout. Okay. That is definitely going to be good enough for this mission. Question is, how long is this going to take us? We are fighting a really big orid on very light tackle. There we go. We got it. That is almost a gold orid. That is a really good one. That's exactly the type of fish that we needed for this challenge. I mean, it wasn't the easiest to reel in quickly, unfortunately, but it does count for the challenge. And that levels us up to level 7 as well, so getting some nice levels in the process. And another thing to note is don't be afraid to switch up the technique during a challenge like this. It doesn't require you to do anything in particular. It just says to catch 3 silver rank fish of any species, so I would probably at this point, after seeing that fight and how long it took, I think we'll go to a float. And we're just going to go for some sunfish or crappie. And see if we can get some nice silver ones with the bloodworm. Well, there's a crappie. Let's see if this guy ends up being big enough. It looks a little small. I mean, I guess it could still be a silver. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not a silver. There we go. We got a fish on. That one looks to be putting a little bit more tension on. I think this will probably be a silver based on that alone. What do we got here? I think it's another crappie. Yeah, it is. Not silver, though. Got another fish going for it. Come on. There we go. We got him. Probably going to be another bronze. Based on the tension, it's not looking like it's going to be a big one. Hey, it's actually a silver yellow perch, so that one's going to count for the challenge. Now we just need one more fish. That looks to be a perch again. I think it's about the same size as the last one, so that's probably going to complete our challenge. I mean, there's a chance it's a bronze, but I think that that one is going to be a silver based on the size. Yeah, it seems to be about the same as the last one. Let's get it in. And that is going to be a silver, a little bit bigger than the last one even. And that should complete this part of the Taylor's Tackle Academy. Go to the challenge board. Okay, so yeah, this will be the end of this particular mission for Taylor's Tackle. Let's see what the next one is going to be. There we go. We ended up getting a jerkbait as well as 300 XP and 100 credits. Yeah, these Taylor's Tackle Academy missions are probably the best thing that you can do early on. This is actually really, really insane. The amount of rewards you get for doing this, like the new tackle, all the XP, the currency, it's just so good. So let's go ahead and start the final one, Taylor's Tackle Expert Class. And in fact, I think we're going to do this one in another video, as I've been going for 37 minutes on these, and I know a lot of that's probably going to go in the video. So let's go ahead and leave this one here. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know that you enjoyed it. Let me know if it was helpful. Let me know if you got any questions. Leave a like also if you haven't. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you find this content helpful or entertaining. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.